Everyone give me hearts, if you can see the hearts. Good morning, everybody. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Friday, woo! It's the weekend. That week went by very fast for me. But I'm getting better now. I am. I'm recovering. I went out of the house yesterday. For the first time since Saturday, I went out of the house and just went for a walk on the beach, which exhausted me really quickly. I walked really slow and yeah, I don't have my full energy back yet. But I'm getting there, and I did a little bit of weight training because I've not been able to sleep properly because I've not been exercising, but I've not got the energy to exercise either, so it's that old conundrum. So I thought, yeah, I'll just get back into the exercise real slow. So I did a bit of a leg day in here yesterday. And cleaned up all my weights down there as well. I pulled them all out because it was all dusty, and then I washed my tablecloth there, sarong, and cleaned all that table off too. So I got all organised. I might do a little bit more organising this weekend. I feel I went through a phase. It was when I was sick. Yeah, maybe that's why I'm thinking it. When I had COVID one time, I was watching a load of videos. Remember? I think I shared some of it on social media about organisation in the home and all of that. And I spent a fortune online getting all shelving for the kitchen and glass jars and stuff like that, and then sorted it all out, and I'm organised. I feel like watching those videos again. I love videos like that. Watching people get organised and getting the ideas. Do you like that kind of thing? Hey Maria, how are you? So let's do it. I don't think we've got any mini reads in. No, we don't. No mini reads booked in. If you want a one question reading, then book yourself in. There's a link there in the live chat. Otherwise, I'm going to be getting cards out for the collective for people that want to get into a healthy relationship. I find myself that I'm not very good, and I don't even want to be, I don't think, good at kind of picking people up when I'm out. I mean, I get a lot of attention, but I am not the kind of person that's that open in that kind of a situation, you know. And I'm not sure I want to be either. I do prefer getting to know other people in real life, and I don't find going out is real life. For starts, I hardly ever go out, and I enjoy it when I do, but I'm an early girly. I go to bed early every night, pretty much, and you know, my kind of person isn't going to be out. Perhaps they go out sometimes like me, but how about you? Do you find you're open? I mean, open like, you know, making eyes at people, smiling at people. I've got an itch. That kind of thing. For starters, I'm not very, it's very rare that I'm attracted to anybody. I'm really picky. Well, it's more of an energetic thing for me. It's not just about looks. I mean, it's about that too. And it's about being healthy as well. And so it's very rare I find people attractive. Especially out, you know, it tends to be a load of alcoholics, really, that don't look after themselves, right? So anyway, that's what I've been thinking about lately. Am I closed? Am I too closed? But when I think about it, I'm not, you know. If I think about myself in the gyms, oh well, I can be closed in the gyms too, because we've got like a constant trail of tourists coming through here, and a lot of the guys just kind of making eyes at me. You know, I'm just not interested. I'm not interested in dating tourists and sleeping with tourists and stuff. It's not my thing. Okay, let's get some cards out. So that's what I've been pondering lately. Is it like, am I being too close? But I think I'm not. I think this is good for me. Well, we've got the Lovers. That's an open. That's an open thing, but look at this. What it's come out with is the Nine of Swords, which is anxiety about that. So, Lovers, opening up to someone brings on anxiety. Yeah, right? Doesn't it? Because it brings up that part of us that wants to not defend ourselves, but protect ourselves. It's a scary thing to open up to somebody else, especially after all we've been through. You know, it's not just about finding somebody, just finding out someone's not a match, finding out that we're not compatible. There's worse things that go on than that. It would be nice if everyone was like a certain level, a certain self-awareness level, that was the worst you had to contend with when you're dating and when you're going with people, and getting to know people, getting into relationships with them. If it's just about finding incompatibilities, that would be fine, but that's not what happens. There's such a low level of self-awareness out there, and it can be sneaky. People can like seem like they've got a higher self-awareness level, and then they like start projecting and or just flat out, you know, reacting and insulting and all kinds of things, you know. Really poor behavior that hurts. It hurts, of course it hurts. And just that kind of behavior seems to be on the rise. I don't know whether it's just with social media you see more of it, but no, it's on the rise. I see it in tourists here, and I hear it in the stories from people as well, is that there's this level of people having, like, what am I trying to say? Entitlement, a level of entitlement to do and say whatever it is that they want, and that they, you know, they can go off at people if, you know, there's very little respect out there. See, especially here, when people, you know, think they're coming on holiday. In fact, I'm spending my money here, and so I'm God, kind of thing. I should be able to do what I want, and there's just such a level of disrespect. Like, so what? You got your money and you're spending money. Do you think we'll put up with anything? Do you think we're like, this island is so poor that we're just like, oh yeah, anything you say because you bring the money in and we've got no money? No, it's not even true. But with that, you know what I mean now, don't you? I think you do. That level of like entitlement and self-importance and all of that just seems to be running rampant everywhere now, and at least a really bad behaviour and lack of respect. Well, I have that, really. I don't know whether there's always been a lot of bad behaviour like that or what, but there just seems to be more of it these days. Anyway, so we've got after all that being said, 9 of Swords, we've got plenty of reasons to be anxious. It's a nightmare out there. That's the card of nightmares. So, opening up to be a lover. To me, it's like, well, they seem nice. And it's just like waiting for the other shoe to drop, really, isn't it? It's like, well, they seem nice, but like, a lot of them do. And then I get to know them, and then all of this terrible behaviour comes out. Terrible. Let's call a spade a spade. You know, it's not that hard to be respectful and be a good person. Sure, it takes a level of self-healing and of self-mastery not to be reacting and just like to be, you know, kind of a victim to our emotions, you know, being like a toddler, just reacting to everything. But it's not that hard, is it? To be nice and to be like a good person. I don't think so. Anyway. What have we got next? 3 of Wands. We're waiting for the perfect moment, or waiting for the perfect person, perfect timing, all of that kind of thing. You're very quiet this morning. You're sleepy. How many people have we got? Not many. 3. Why doesn't YouTube show this to people? Don't forget to click like on this video. Just pop out over the live chat and then click like on this video and see if YouTube will actually show somebody that I'm here. I've decided I'm not going to do the shorts anymore for the dailies. They don't seem to be doing very well. But I'm going to do I'm going to try and do more of the star sign videos. Just, I can't do like all 12 of them every week. I just don't have time for that. But I could do maybe 3 a week and do shorts for them as well. So it's just going to be not week ahead. I can't do week ahead readings for them really, because it's just going to be random readings for each star sign, and put those out with shorts as well. That's what I'm going to do. I've decided. Short pick a card reads, perhaps standalone ones. I don't know. I want to do shorts. I'm just trying to, you know, find my way to how to do it. Right, my voice holds out today. We've got the 3 of Wands. Waiting for perfect something or other. Waiting for our ships to come in. I haven't even, oh no, I saw my friend on the beach yesterday. Nice to see her. And that's all. I went, and after I walked on the beach, I went and got some food, and that was it. I came back here, and I've been in here ever since. Oh, and then I saw another friend as well, my friend's son, who was here delivering something, and I was out turning my tablecloth over outside for it to dry as he walked past. Little bit of social interaction for me. That is all I've had in the last week. I've got the Ace of Pentacles. The seed is planted, and it's for the long term. You know, it's worth looking at these anxieties that come up, our defenses, and perhaps, you know, that process that I just went through. Like, am I being too closed? Are my defenses too high? But then, you know, kind of as I talk my way through it, then realizing, actually, no, it's right to be that. It's right to take things slowly and to be cautious. It's a very self-loving thing to do. And it's not a very self-loving thing to do to just be out there, one person after another, and trying it out. I mean, there's a time and a place for that, but it's when we're teenagers, I think. We're supposed to get that over with. In an ideal world, which it isn't. So Ace of Pentacles, a long-term seed is planted. Well, we're doing it, aren't we? The process that you're in can't be wrong. Otherwise, we wouldn't be led to be doing it. It just does feel like this, though, 4 of Pentacles, like, you know, just like this. This is how I feel at the moment, me at home. I got like my house on my dress, I'm behind a thing now. I'm feeling all fine and dandy, and it's just like, nobody can touch me. That's what it feels like when we're being very selective. Do you guys see the hearts? Do you see like a heart in there? I've got a heart here, and I can click on hearts like this. Can you do that? If you got it, it's not there all the time for me. It's there sometimes. If you got the hearts, click on the hearts. Right, so we feel like we're just like holding back like that. 4 of Pentacles. It's going to be natural to feel like that, I think. And a King of Wands. Yeah, the King of Wands. This message came out in the last pick a card read that I did 2 days ago. King of Wands, because he came up in 2, I think 2, maybe 3, all 3 of the readings. The King of Wands, the ones that know what it is that they want, like storming on in there. No, oh, there's some hearts. Thank you. Storming on in there. They've got a lot of confidence. When we're kind of being closed, it's the strongest ones that can get over those boundaries. See this, all this boundary here, and the King of Wands, he comes in. He's the one with the confidence enough to go, hey, hello, over those boundaries. which can be a good thing. In my experience, it hasn't been a good thing. The ones that, when I'm all kind of selective and boundaried up, the ones that have managed to get through to me are the very, very persistent ones, you know, that don't take no for an answer. And the players, really, it's the chaser, the one that's in it for the chase, the one that doesn't want to be told no, the one, you know, that it can be that kind of a person that gets through. Because I've often been very selective, and some guys have just been persistent enough. It's kind of worn me down. My friends have noticed that, especially when I've broken up with someone, because they don't last long. When I broke up with someone, they said, well, you didn't like him in the first place, but they just kind of pushed you into it. They can be a bit pushy, King of Wands. They can be. King of Cups, very different energy. He came out too. It was the progression of the King of Wands and the King of Cups. What are they saying here? In those pick a card reads, that's what we had. We had the King of Wands and then we had the King of Cups. It's almost like there's a stepping stone. The King of Wands comes in, and this time you see it, you see through it. Instead of going, oh, finally, at last, someone that's making an effort, someone that is pursuing me. But then perhaps it's like, but is this the right thing, or have they just got so much bravado? And that's showing that they're not the right person for me. So perhaps it's when we get over this one and say no this time, instead of letting them wear us down, that the King of Cups, the one that actually loves you, comes in. What have we got here? An internal process of, shall I open up or not? I think we've got one test, and then one that's going to love us right. What next? I think I might do the thingy bobs. Because it's been a while. This one. Book of Shadows Tarots. Oh, I'm really missing Chicken Cat. Really. It's so sad. Maybe I should get a kitten. Actually get my own cat instead of just adopting or letting them adopt me. Perhaps the result will get some new kittens. We've got like a heap of cats, but there's none really. I don't know, there's a couple that I'm kind of friendly with, but none that have really taken a shine to me, not like Chicken Cat did. This one. Samain, or however it is meant to say that. There's a hair just flew down then. Okay, what does that mean? I can't remember. I can't remember this deck. It's been a while. I put it away and I just can't be bothered getting it out. There was a while where I was just getting it out and putting it away without even using it. Oh. It's horrible being sick. It really got me this time. The moon, Samain. She accepts the darkness without fear, but with respect, knowing she's strengthening her connection with the divine. This is the darkness, the unknown, reflection and preparation, strong spiritual connections, communication between realms. We're preparing ourselves for what's ahead. It's the time when we go within. I'm getting like Mercury in retrograde vibes from it. A time for going within, being about ourselves and reflection and all of that kind of thing. Mercury retrograde being a time where where external things stop working so much, because it is a time for going within, dealing with the internal stuff. Hey Laura. Did have a second cat. I was thinking about her. Yeah, Brenda. I haven't seen her for a while. She's very much a feral cat, that one. But yeah, last winter when I was opening up my doors and windows and not having the aircon on, she would come in. But yeah, she is feral. Yeah, I haven't seen her for a while. She often hangs out by the bins, but I've not seen her for weeks, in fact. I don't know where she is at the moment. A kitten would be really nice. I had a dream that they got a kitten here at the resort, because they'll be missing her too, for sure. And yeah, it would be nice if a new cat adopts me. Oh, look what we've got here. So, a time of internals, going within, being about ourselves, and then the Two of Water. The Two of Water is a love offer. It's all about relationship. Let's read it. Let's read it. Just to indulge in this energy. Love. It seems that so many of the various pantheons have complicated stories and relationships, but none more so than the Greek and Roman divinities. And as we know, love and romantic relationships are extremely complex. So it's fitting that Aphrodite and Eros, or Venus and Cupid, if you prefer the Roman names, adorn this card representing love. Interestingly, Aphrodite is also associated with the wars and illicit affairs, both of which seem to occur when love goes wrong. War? Yeah, I guess so. Aphrodite is not a simpering goddess who fawns over any male she wishes to attract. Instead, she's completely herself. She values and cares for herself. Her strength and confidence are compelling and attractive. The Two of Water promises a romantic, loving relationship. The two people involved will be quite enthralled with each other. Being so wrapped up in their own little world, they may neglect other things for a while. The shadow side of this card indicates the possibility of love going wrong. First blush of love, or the honeymoon phase may be over. Da, da, da. Next we've got Lakshmi. She's all about abundance. Plenty of it all around. Really, plenty of it all around. I don't see it myself. I mean, I guess there's plenty of people looking for what they're looking for, but the matches, the matchy matches, are quite rare. And then the Mother of Water. Bring down the range, bring it on, bring some emotions. This is like that card of this one. It's right there. Call forth the waves. I was trying to think what it was. It sat right there next to me. Bring it on, bring down the reins. Let's get some emotional nourishment in our lives. Got the Ace of Earth again, Ace of Pentacles, right in the center of reading again, which in this deck is all about like every possibility being available. Being in the void, being in the unknown, the Moon card, is the place where every possibility exists. Literally anything can happen. We're open to all possibilities. Once we go down a certain path, then we take away possibilities, right? We choose one particular path, and that limits the possibilities that can happen. But when we're in this unknown place, anything can happen, and this is it, the seed of anything that can happen. The more expansive, open-minded that we are, the more we're open to infinite possibility. In other words, when we're in this moon energy, we are available for the field of possibility, the universal field of possibility. Tying it in with this Lakshmi card of abundance. If you're there and you're open and available and open-minded and do something new with my eyebrows. I used an eyebrow pencil thing and kind of drew, it was a very fine one, an hourglass one, drew strokes on it. It's one that I got for free. But now my eyebrows are itchy. It's like, because there's blonde hairs on top of it. It looks weird close up. Because it's like I've got an eyebrow there, but then there's like, you can actually see the blonde hairs on top of it. There's brown with blonde on top. It looks weird close up. Anyway. I thought I'd try it out. No, it's kind of tickly. My eyebrow hairs are tickling me because they've not got mascara on them, holding them in place. I guess that's why people use that, I don't know, wax or something. I don't know. Trying something new. Astara. She's temperance, isn't she? Yeah, we make ourselves available to the field of all possibility. In other words, the universe can use us as part of abundance. What am I trying to say? I'm not just saying that we are available to all possibilities. It's that all possibilities, we're available to that. I'm not just saying that we are in a position where we can choose from all possibilities. I'm saying that the universe sees that we're open to all possibilities, so it can use us for other possibilities. It's like the other way of looking around. That's the message I'm getting from it anyway. So let's have a look at Astara and what she's after telling us. Temperance. It's about balance, about grace. It's about flowing easily within the world, being at ease in your life, being in the right place at the right time. You see, that's what I was getting, is that the universe will use us. Not just what we want, but for where we are the magic for someone else, in someone else's wishes. It's available for the magic, being in the right place at the right time. So if we just be at ease instead of going like, what's going wrong? Why's nothing happening? Why am I so closed up? And all of this kind of thing. It's good to think of those things, to deal with our anxieties and all of that, or at least question them, right? That's the trouble, or the benefit, it's a double-edged sword, of being self-aware. When you're self-aware, you question yourself all the time, which you can go too far with that, right? And it can be kind of a self-punishing thing rather than a self-loving thing. But it's good to question ourselves. It's good to do that. But it also makes us susceptible to being gaslit too, because if anyone else can come along and go, have you thought of this? Have you thought of this about you? Or people can come along and criticize us, and we take it to heart more, and it has us thinking whether it's true. Or, yeah, gaslighters, people that want to make us feel like we're crazy. Like, we will question ourselves. Very used to doing that. And what this temperance card is saying, is to be a little bit more at ease than that. Don't question everything. Perhaps you're just being maneuvered to where you need to be in divine timing. Or perhaps it's just period waiting as well. It's like temperance is about flowing through it while we're in the wait too, for that divine timing to come around. The Ten of Air, the Tarot. Tarot being what can help guide us through. The tarot is always about current energies of where we are at, which can change. Could do a personal reading for you in the morning and then one in the afternoon, and they'll be completely different because your energy will change, especially after you hear the first guidance too. There's a message here of being in the moment, being available in the moment. She's got all of the aces in front of her. What else? I'm going to get into the Tower of Miserable Ladies next. The Elemental of Water, which does have that similar energy to this one. Bring on the emotions, bring on the love, bring on a richness of life. But this time, the Elemental of Water, it's coming from the universe instead. Like the universe saying, it's time for love. It's time to address our emotional selves. I do wonder, you know, why Chicken Cat held on so long. I mean, she was given a week to live, but that was like 3 months ago, wasn't it? Or something like that. It was a long time ago. Maybe longer than that. I don't know. It seemed like ages ago because it was when I was still CrossFitting. I had a very strong emotional connection with Chicken Cat in the last 7 years. It just seems strange, doesn't it? You know, with the grand scheme of things, I know about life and death and about holding on. I've talked to enough people that have passed over doing mediumship readings to realise why people or animals hang on, stick around instead of just leaving, you know. And it's because of that. It's because of strong emotional connections with people usually. Not wanting to leave people behind or it not being the right time. It's interesting with all of this emotional energy coming up. Then we've got Beltane, the Lovers. And the Four of Air. The Four of Air is about omens. We've got someone coming, or at least you've got signs of someone coming. This all seems to be saying that the universe is on it. That not only are you asking for, or are we asking for, a richer emotional experience now, and a kind of waiting for that, and dealing with ourselves while we're waiting for it, but the universe wants this now. And it's piecing things together. There's Ace of Pentacles right in the middle here, and I didn't quite get the message right with that deck, but this one, yeah. It's the universe wants us available to it now so it can put us with the right people. Because there's more to this than just romantic relationships. Okay, miserable ladies. What do they want to tell us? I've been making a pick a card read today. Today. Yeah, it's Friday. It's how do they feel about your Friday? the one it will be. Also make whoever's next. Who comes after Virgo? Is it Leo? No. I used to know them when back when I used to do them a lot, you know. Libra's next. I thought I'd already done Libra. Libra's next. I'll do Libra today, and I'll put that out at the weekend. Slight movement for something signs at least. I can't see, it's hiding behind the heart. I can't move the heart. Well, I can move the heart out of the way, but 100 takes its place. YouTube, you've put stuff in front of people's comments, so I can't read them. For you, slight movement for you. Signs at least. Sometimes death is so fast, other times so slow. Right, isn't that weird? I'm kind of glad that she did take a long time to go because it gave me a lot of time to get used to it, but it's still really miss her. I was kind of already missing her while she was still here because she was so sick, but at least I could go see her, you know. Anyway. Let's get some more cards out. The Nine of Chalices. Nine of Chalices is about wishes. Birthday wishes. I want to read this one out from this deck. It's just interesting that it's kind of a birthday party, isn't it? Nine of Chalices. The Nine of Cups. That couple, they just shout at each other all the time. They work here. She's a cleaner. He's the groundsman. They just yell at each other. I've never heard them like just talk to each other. Anyway, Nine of Cups. One of the first acts of magic every child learns is to make a wish when they blow out the birthday candles. This birthday girl seems to have already made her wish based on her happy and heartfelt companions around her. Material, emotional and physical well-being, the traditional wish card. Nice. Well, it seems that we've already made a wish. Or if you haven't, you need to make a wish. What do you wish? Hangman, might be changing your mind about your wishes. Something about all-encompassing. You know, it's interesting that the long-term relationships that I've had with a certain kind of people, a certain kind of a man, and each time they have been kind of similar to each other. There's really only two really long-term relationships that I've had, and they were similar to each other, and there's someone that's come into my life now and he's similar to them as well, which is kind of nice because it feels familiar in a good way, not familiar in a oh hell same old crap again. Familiar in the good kind of ways. But that also makes me think, is this right for me? It was obviously righter for me than other people because those relationships lasted so long, but they didn't last forever. Anyway, could be changing your mind about what you've wished for, the Hanged Man. Or you could be, you know, flip-flopping about it, changing your mind about it, questioning, is this what I truly want? the other thing about being self-aware as well, is that we can question ourselves too much. You know what I mean? It's like, think about this too much. I mean, he's there, he's there. I've noticed. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is the card of protection. Protecting ourselves. Why? Because of the 9 of Swords. Because of the legit stuff that we've been through that hurts. Something just flashed in my mind then. It's like being online, and you know when there's just like real horrible people arguing about something online, and there's a part of you that wants to chip in, but you know you can't, because there's just like a room full of angry people. Why? Why join in? Why give your point of view when you know that they're just going to make it personal and attack and start attacking you? Because that's what's going on in this room. There's just this feeling of wanting to stay out of something to protect yourself. The 4 of Pentacles. This is putting something aside for the long term. Putting aside our short-term gains for the long-term wish that we've made. This is really a process of, is this truly what I want? Because this is going to be sticking around a long time if I choose it. Oh, it's not nice. I was just being sloppy. Sometimes when I get impatient when I'm shuffling, it's not happening soon enough. I just kind of make my hands just a little bit more sloppy. It's not, and it doesn't work. I waste more time by doing that. I shouldn't do it. You know, it's like I've got an internal voice going, am I shuffling too well? Am I shuffling too perfectly so that no cards can fly out? It's the, am I, you know, that internal dialogue that we've got going on. Am I hindering this process? What is it me? Is there something that I'm doing wrong? It's all of that. Even have it when I'm doing tarot. Oh, coffee's good. Knave of Pentacles. This one. He's slow. He's thinking about stuff too. This is the other person. He's being slow about it too. Cautious. Wheel of Fortune. Let's read this one out. The Wheel of Fortune is many things. It's one of those tarot cards that, yeah, it can mean many things. To me as a reader, it often means different stuff each time it comes out. I love this one just because of the colours in it. It's beautiful colours. My favourite colours, like paley green and that blue. Oh, beautiful. The wheel knows that she is continually in motion. The external expression of her experience is always changing. At the centre, in the depths of her heart, she finds enough stability to not be upset or alarmed by the natural changes in life. So, we are being asked to be at peace, right? I did different contouring today. It's a bit harsh. Just getting used to a new contour stick that I've got. I'm half and half at the moment. Hello, Juanita. I'm half and half at the moment, Lara. Half caffeinated and half decaf beans mixed together in my coffee machine. So we're being asked to flow with it, flow with the changes, both. They're going slow. Masculine's going slow. 2, 9 of Swords. Yeah, both. Both in this energy of like, oh, the shit that I've been through. It's like bracing ourselves, you know, for more of the shit that we've been through. And then the Two of Swords, so undecided. Should I move forward or not? We've got this on both sides. I'm going to get those round cards out yet to next to get into the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine's energies. Stick around for that. Three Wands, waiting for the perfect timing. Got two people moving extremely slowly here because of this crap that we've been through. Indecisive. Indecision is the Two of Swords, about when is the right timing. And it's more about both kind of getting comfortable with flowing into it. Someone's on the verge of something here. Both, in fact. It's got the energy of both kind of dancing around each other. But both in this anxious energy of like, should I really do this? And when's going to be the right time? I don't know. You love caffeinated coffee. It gives me the jitters too much. I'm very sensitive to caffeine. I can't do like energy drinks. It's just like troubling. It's just troubling to me, energy drinks. Wow, there's just too much. It's like taking something that makes me feel terrible. Sometimes I feel like caffeinated coffee, I feel like I want that pep, and then it's too much for me when I do. Yeah, half and half is enough. It's enough for me. Okay, let's get some more cards out and find out the energies of Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Divine Masculines being the ones that are doing the work, the ones that are headed toward us slowly, apparently. Very similar energies this time. I think we're going to see that, but let's see. Let's not preempt. Let's just see. Divine Masculine, unite. Which means is where. Where are you? Where you at in time? The cave. Oh, hiding, huh? That's me at the moment, just because I'm sick. Yeah, my friend's son, but he's my friend too. Lovely, lovely guy. When he was here yesterday, he's like, "Where are you going tonight?" I'm like, "Nowhere, I'm sick." Said he was too. I think everyone's sick here. I think everyone's sick on the island right now. That's what happens. It's a small island. Someone brings something in, we all get sick with it. You don't like energy drinks. Yeah, they're too much. The Sword. Cutting out the darkness. This is Divine Masculine energy again. So they're cutting out like the darkness. So I was doing shadow work at the moment. Shadow work card has come out lately in the energy updates. So dealing with anxieties and stuff, you know, just stuff, yes. Shadow side, there you go. See, shadow work. Divine Masculine is doing shadow work at the moment. They're hiding in the cave. The Mother could be around mother issues. Or could be around issues around someone that they've had children with too. Same. Orphan. It's around mother issues. Being alone. This could be the one that we've been talking about, you know, for a long time now. One, or, I don't know, was it like 9 months ago or something like that when we were told that Divine Masculine's mum has died, or a significant Divine Feminine in his life, and they're missing that energy. Let's get one more out. You got the Mask, Prayer, Dead End, and Flame. Ooh. Divine Masculine, the seed is planted though. It's getting there. Seed is planted. This is regarding Divine Feminine. A seed has been planted. So they're on the path kind of toward each other. I think I'll have to blend my face out a bit. That side's better, isn't it? Look, I kind of been punched on that side. Contour's hard. Divine Feminine. Creator in the nectar. So creating nicer things for herself. The nectar, the good stuff in life. The luxuries, things like that. Creating that. I've been living off lentil soup lately. I just had this feeling I want to eat more pulses, like beans and pulses and stuff. I'm quite reactive to beans. Lentils I'm okay with. I'm quite reactive to them. My digestive system can't handle too many of them at once. I want to make my own hummus. I used to make my own hummus. You can't get it on this island. We don't have big supermarkets that have stuff like that. But maybe there is a restaurant that sells it to take away. But I want to make my own anyway because I want to get some really good olive oil. Anyway. And a Vitamix. I want to buy a Vitamix but they're really expensive. Hey? And I don't want to get it from my savings. I want to get the money first for it. Anyway, creating the luxuries, creating like nicer things in life. So you might be up-leveling at the moment. You might be tending to, you know, how can I make life more pleasant for myself, more pleasant. You hear the construction. Yeah, I say it's happening during the dailies, but you know what? I edit it. I edit those daily readings to make my voice more isolated. He's welding out there today. Wow, let me see what he's making. Yeah, there's a table. He's making a chair. He's pretty good at making furniture. It's made like a wooden table. Like quite a high wooden table, square thing, like a bar. I would call it like a bar table, you know, that kind of height. When I went out, rode past him. No, I just walked past. When a parcel had arrived, and I was just walking past him. The varnish that was putting on it, he should have had like a full N whatever mask on, because it was, it's toxic. I'm sensitive at the moment. I went out to read a book yesterday by the pool, and then these two, like, they seemed like teenagers, but they were probably early 20s. Girls sat in the pool right near me and lit up cigarettes. And it was just like, what? Let's leave. You like the idea of them. You're ready to make them. Well, I made like 2 lots of lentil soup with 4 portions each, so I've been having like one of those every day. When I say soup, it's more like of a stewy kind of thing, you know, like a thick soup, and I'll have it with rice. My body likes them. Lentils. Yeah, you can't hear the construction. It's really loud in the dailies. It's louder than this, but it has been. They're renovating all the rooms, and they're making all the furniture as they're going, and it's like lighter wood. So they must have made all of this stuff too. Hey? They're pretty good. It looks nice. I went into one of the rooms that they've already done. It's like a lot of slat. They've made like a lot of light wood slat kind of panels, like behind the beds and the wardrobes and stuff like that. It does look really nice. Looks much more modern, you know, more like Swedish, kind of a bit IKEA-ish, but you know, that kind of a look, kind of aesthetic. The trouble with the lentil soup is it's not enough protein. I mean, I have to have protein with it. So yesterday I had a lamb chop and the lentil and rice. Something bit me ages ago, a week and a half ago. Got a scar now. It was hard for it to heal. I don't know what bit me, but it came up in a lump. It's very rare that that happens. It doesn't happen to me with mosquito bites anymore. And then I had to put one of those hydrocortisone patches, those little spot patches. Had to wear those for like a few days to suck the whatever it was out of it. And then after that, there was a bit of a crater, and what bit me? Maybe it was one of those little scorpion things. Hey, I'm a bit chatty today. Divine Feminine Energy, the heart. Nice. So very much about a heart at the moment. What makes a heart happy? What does my heart want? How can I make myself happy? Apocalypsis and the dead end. There you go, you dead end, Maria. Apocalypsis and the dead end. What's apocalypsis? Stuff falling apart. Apocalypsis. Total destruction, end of the world. Yay! Some people believe an apocalypse is going to happen today. Devastation, destruction. A prophetic revelation, especially concerning a cataclysm, in which the forces of good permanently triumph over the forces of evil. Holy crap. The dead end. What's this trying to say? Disaster that clears out the crap and puts something to an end. What? I know. Yikes. It's like, oh, this is really nice, and then it's like, bam. So, yeah, the dead end is like the death and the rebirth card, you know. So it ends completely. End of learnt behaviour patterns, you think? I don't know, apocalypsis. That's serious shit right there. What the hell are you talking about, guides? Expansion and gentle arcanas. Okay. So expansion about things getting like much better happens. Oh, I said it. Was it in yesterday's or was it in today's energy update? That I think it was in yesterday's. Perhaps something good comes out of something bad. I was taught, an example was when you get a promotion, but it's because someone else lost the job and you feel bad about them, but you feel good that you got it. It's something like that. So something, and it's not necessarily bad happening to you. I don't think it is. I think it's something around us, but it puts the end to something. If it's the end of learned behaviour patterns for you, it is, Maria. And then the shaman, she keeps coming on. The shaman. It's change. It's like shape-shifting but there's a healing aspect to it. There's the passage of time. It's a spiritual quest. It's a journey that we're already on. It's the inevitable outcome to the process that we've been going through. It's the spiritual journey that we've been on, progressing, the bigger picture, the deeper picture. There's a perfection to all of this. We've been responding to the guidance. We're on this path, and so it's right. But from our perspective, we might think, what the hell? Am I doing something wrong? Nothing seems to be happening. Bring on some of my wishes. Why can't I have it yet? And this, especially this card, it's saying, you're on the path to it. You're doing good. It's a healing process, and it's an internal process, and we've been doing it, and we've been doing it for a long time. These are wishes that, you remember we got that 9 of, in the Miserable Lady deck, we got that 9 of Hearts, 9 of Cups card out, where it was a birthday party, and it's about wishes, and it's about wishes that we've already made. It could be long ago. You know, like when you get out of that shitty relationship years ago and you're like, that's it, you know, that's the last time I'm doing that, things have to change here. That those strong wishes that we have that come in times of just after experiencing the exact opposite of what it is that we want, where we're just like, that's it. It's those wishes. Those wishes long ago sent us on a healing path of completely changing and learning about ourselves and what we were doing. It's been a long process. This snake here, it's a long process. This is like a timeline of going through all kinds of things. It's like 3 skulls on the way, you know. It's like looking back in the past and having to heal those things. So, but something happening. There's something. It's got a negative aspect to it, but good. It's like good overcomes evil. But to put it another way, when it seems like the universe is rewarding the wrong people, rewarding the bad people, that's not what's happening. What's happening is people like us, the old us, that would give to the wrong kind of people, we would get into relationships with the ones that didn't deserve us and that had bad behavior, and we would just kind of try and love them through it. We would then stick in the mud. We were the ones that were perpetuating that crap. And likewise, we weren't letting in what would be good for us. So it's like the universe was trying to reward the good people and not trying to reward the bad people. Let's put it just like in really, really vague terms like that. But it couldn't, because we weren't in alignment with that. And so we got ourselves in alignment by going through this, learning about ourselves and healing ourselves and all of that. All the stuff that we've been doing, especially in here. And there's something big, like I was getting in the energy update, I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. Someone else misses out and you feel bad about it because we're nice people. And so we've got empathy, don't want other people hurting. And it's a shame, right? But they miss out. Something ends, so a rebirth can happen. It's like you can't have this process happen in an ideal world kind of a way, with no fallout, with nobody hurting. Yeah, not so good for someone else. Well, it's always the way, isn't it? There's always going to be someone hurting, especially when we're talking about relationships as exes. It's like as soon as you get together with someone and it's going to be real, people say it. Oh, there'll be hearts breaking all over the world kind of thing. It's like they're off the market now. You know, even if it's at that level, which I don't think it is. It's bigger than that. You know, I see a lot of men, especially here. Here, we've got, there's a certain type of Thai woman, and you probably are aware of this if you've heard stories of like men in Thailand. There's a certain kind of a Thai woman who uses her feminine ways to lure the men in. So she's very open and on all of that, you know, like come hither, treating the guys really well. Not treating them well, but knowing how to lure them in, you know, because they want to take advantage of them, the money. They want the money out of them. And so on holiday places where that kind of a Thai woman will want to live in places like this, where there's a lot of Westerners coming through. And there's me on the sidelines, seeing this happen, seeing good men as well. Good men, they're good men. And they're just susceptible to this. And it's like, well, another one bites the dust, you know? Another one bites the dust. And they're with these women who seem to be treating them really well and seem to be like, you know, pander to their ego very much and are kind of very open, all smiles at them and, you know, all of that, which as Western women are not doing. We're more selective than that. And so they fall for these women, and then when it all goes wrong, when it's like they realize that they can't have her, that she's doing that with many, they stick with it. That's the thing. That's what I've seen, is they stick with them, like keep on giving to these women, thinking that one day she'll just choose them out of all the rest of them, but they don't. It's a game for them. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you that story. Something like that could be falling apart. I don't know. I really don't know why I was telling that story now. Oh, that's it. Yeah, the good overcoming the bad. Yeah, good overcoming evil, right? And so when we find ourselves in situations like that, because we have done that in the past, entertained the wrong kind of people and stuck with them too. I won't even befriend these men anymore because I'm sick of like being their free counselor. When they, you know, they come to me, it's like, don't even come to me. Like, I can see what's happening up front when you first get into it. I don't want to be your friend because I'm gonna go through this fallout process soon, and I'm not your free counselor for it. I'm just not interested in people that are susceptible to that. Not interested in being the friend or hearing any of that stuff because it's just obvious. It's obvious to me what's going on. So there could be people coming out of that just as we've come out of that too. You know. Anyway. Thanks everyone for coming along. And have a good weekend. And don't forget to click like on this video. Don't forget to click like on this video. Hey, I did it. So I've got to hold my thumb in front of the curtains. Click like on this video. How do I make the balloons happen? It's got something about holding two fingers up, or oh, there's got to be other things as well. Congratulations. Anyway, enough. Check out my YouTube channel later. I'll be putting that pick a card read out, and yeah, the star sign ones as well. Check it out. I might do 2 of them today and put 2 of them out Saturday and Sunday. I might just do that. You're very welcome. Any of the mini reads booked in now will be done in Monday's show. And have a great weekend, everyone. Let's do this all over again on Monday. When I'll be much better, I'm sure I'll be much better and recovered by then, for sure. See you all. Thanks for coming along and your support of my channel. Oh wow, it's been